Hey Vaping Nation, I'm Tyler, your host, and you're watching Vaping Daily. Today's going to be the first in our series of introduction to vaping videos. What we'll cover today is what is vaping, along with the vocabulary that you'll find when using electronic cigarettes. Now, later on in this series we'll get more advanced with these topics, but today we're just covering the basics. So with that being said, let's get started. Alright, let's talk about batteries. One thing that all these batteries have in common is that they provide power to your heating element to provide you the vapor cloud that you're looking for. You've got different types of batteries, such as disposable batteries that you can pick up at your gas station. After you're done vaping with it and it dies, you just throw it away, you can't recharge it. Now you've got your standard Ego type battery that has 510 threads and Ego threads, and it's rechargeable. Now you can't use this device while it's charging because you charge through the head of these. Now you've got a pass-through battery. You charge through the bottom of the device and the charge passes through, so you can actually still vape with this while it's charging. Now all these batteries are great, and when you get into more advanced e-cigs, you've got batteries such as an 18650, an 18500, and an 18350. Now all three of these batteries have different voltages, and they also have different milliamp hours, so they have longer life depending on which size battery. So the bigger the battery, the longer the life. Okay, so when you're using an e-cig, you're going to need e-liquid. That's going to help you get your vapor cloud. That's actually what you need to get your vapor. Now, what's in e-liquid is 4 parts. You've got VG, which is vegetable glycerin, PG, which is propylene glycol, flavoring, which is exactly what it sounds like, your flavor, and then nicotine. Now, nicotine's optional, so if you don't like nicotine, if you're not a smoker and you're just doing this for flavor, you don't have to have it in there. VG and PG are flavor carriers and vapor producers. So let's talk about tanks. One thing that all tanks have in common is that they all have an atomizer in it. Now what your atomizer is your heating element. What that does is heats up the e-liquid into a vapor or vaporizes it. So you've got your atomizer. This is a little atomizer dripper. You've got an atomizer head in there, and you just drip your e-liquid into it. Then you go down into a cartomizer. Now a cartomizer is pretty much an all-in-one package. You've got your polyfill on the inside, and then you've got an atomizer in there, and you store your e-liquid in there along with everything. Then we go into a clearomizer. Now a clearomizer uses atomizer heads such as this that have wicks that dip down into your e-liquid. And what that looks like is this. This is one that's filled up, and you can see the wicks resting in there inside of your e-liquid, and it goes up into your atomizer head. So let's talk about mechanical mods and variable voltage mods. When you have a mechanical mod, you don't have a circuit board in there. All it is a firing button, and when you depress the firing button, it completes the circuit and sends power to your atomizer. Now when you have a variable voltage mod such as this eVic, you can adjust your voltage or power output to your atomizer, so that way you can get a better vapor production or get better flavors out of your e-liquid. So the last topic we're going to talk about today is your threading. We're going to cover the 2 most common threads you'll find out there: your Ego threads and your 510 threads. Here on the outside of the device, you'll find your Ego threads. They're the larger ones, usually at the bottom of your connection. On the inside of your connection, you'll find your 510 threads. Now with this threading, you'll find more tanks and more cartomizers and clearomizers with 510 threads and Ego threads than you would any other thread types out there. Now there are several other different types, but these are going to be your most common and most basic threads you'll find out there on the market right now. So thanks again for watching, Vaping Nation. This concludes our first introduction to vaping video. We will be trying to put out at least one of these introduction to vaping videos per week along with a how-to. The next video we'll be producing on introduction to vaping will include why you'd want to go from an analog cigarette to an electronic cigarette and the health benefits and cost benefits to going to an electronic cigarette. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.